Let's say, so now we're talking application problems on each of these easy, medium, hard problems, okay? And I'm going to give you a problem, and you have to say, oh, the B is given. I'm going to solve it this way. Oh, in this problem, they're giving me the slope. Oh, in this problem, I don't get anything. So you're going to have to read the problem and decide which one of these three it fits, the easy, medium, or the hard one. Okay, so let's say your goal is to be the next big rapper, and you want to like record an album. So you got your lyrics, you got your jam down, and you are going to go to a recording studio and record this song and publish it. Okay, you're going to go Apple iTunes, right? So there is this recording studio, and it charges you $50 to rent a booth. Okay, just to rent it. So let's zoom in here on this easy one. So you have to pay them $50 before you even go in and use their recording booth, their soundproof booth, right? Okay, this is your rental fee. And then once you're in the booth, you may have your lyrics down, takes you an hour, you get in there, you got it right the first time, you record and you pay for an hour. Or you may mess up 6 times and have to restart and you're in there for 10 hours. So you also owe them an hourly fee for every hour that you use this, in addition to the 50. You want to know what's so easy about the easy application? We've done, I feel like, tons of these ones. Because right now, in your head, I know you're probably thinking, oh, y equals 35x plus 50, right? And if you are, you're right. But because it's an application problem, let's use variables that make sense. So let's say the cost to you, which is your y instead of, so your c, is equal to $35 per hour plus 50. And you'll know why we use that in a minute. Okay? So we have this equation, and if this was just not an application problem, you'd be done. They'd be like, okay, all you need to do is write an equation. But once you have your application problem equation, you know they're going to ask you to use that equation to answer some questions, right? So now they're going to come out and say, well, you went in there one day and it took you 10 hours before you got that song exactly how you wanted it. So it took you 10 hours to record your song. You now have to figure out, what is 10? Is it my C or is it my H? That's why I used H. Do you see why if this was just X and Y, it would have been a little tricky? So I know now that H is 10, and I'm going to be asked to find C. So I am going to replace, I'm going to go back up to my awesome equation. I'm going to put C is equal to 35 times 10, and then don't forget about that $50 rental fee. So I'm going to have C equals 350 plus 50, and my cost for 10 hours is $400. Yeah, but it's worth it if you're going to be making millions of dollars on your fancy new solo, right? So if I had to write ordered pair, what is your X? Your X is the number of hours, and your Y is your cost, right? Independent variable is almost always time. Cost is almost always your dependent, because cost depends on the number of hours, right? They might not ask you that, though. They might come out and say, you are an aspiring rapper, but your budget's only $250. So you had better go into this recording studio. Is everybody paying attention? Everybody back there? Colby, what are you doing? Please pay up here. So if your budget is $250, we better figure out how many hours you can spend in there without going over, and you better get that song right. So now, what is my budget? C. So they're just coming out and giving me C and asking me to find H. Do you see the difference? This is not that bad, is it, guys? We've done lots of problems, I feel like this. So I'm going to put 250 here is equal to 35H plus 50. And you know what to do from here. So this is going to give you 200 is equal to 35H. Okay. Now we have a little bit of a real world example to go over. So if I take my calculator and I divide 200 by 35, I get that. So, yes, I understand that 200 divided by 35 is 5.7 something. But the question is, how many hours can you rent this booth for and stick to your budget? Only 5. You can't rent a studio for 0.7 hours. Okay? So the correct answer is 5 hours. And then look, how cool is this? If it's $35 an hour and you're only renting it for 5 hours, plus the registration fee, you got 25 bucks left over out of your budget. Go buy yourself lunch because you're going to be a millionaire, right? So you had a budget of $250, but you didn't need it all. Because did I have enough for one more hour? No. So you better make that song perfect in 5 hours. You understand medium? Yes? So pretty much they gave you both. Okay, they gave you the Y-intercept and the hourly rate in this one. All right, so let's take a look at what the medium word problem looks like. You want to go to the gym, and your gym membership costs you $33 a month. Okay? It also costed you some initial fee when you first joined, but you couldn't remember what it was. But you do know that you checked your checking account, and after 6 months of going to this gym, you have paid them a total of $228. But somebody says to you on the street, hey, you're looking great. You going to the gym? Yeah, I've been working out. How much did it cost to join that gym? And you go, shoot, I don't know. I know it's 33 bucks a month, and I know that I've been going for 6 months, and I've paid them this much. Do you see how this is a medium? What's given? The slope. What else was given? A point, right? So you have to be able to look at that and go, is this easy, medium, or hard? Well, they didn't tell me what the B was, so it can't be an easy. Well, they told me M, and then they told me something about the number of the time and the money that I've spent. Oh, so for 6 months, I've paid $228. Now that you have the 33 for M and 6 for that, can you do that? That's literally now just it's not a word problem anymore. You have turned it into just here's a point, here's a slope. Good? Are you good with me? So this is what I'm going to say. Y is equal to 33x plus, I don't know. Your friend really wants to know. They want to join with you, but they want to know. They only have, they only have $15 right now to join. If they have $15, can they walk into this gym and be a member? I don't know. Let's find out. I won't know until I solve for B. So you're going to put 228 in there. It's 6 months at $33 a month plus your B. This is going to give you 228 equals 198 plus B. If they have 15 bucks, can they join today? Nope. Because they need 30 to join, okay? So, Lexi, I'm going to have you scooch up here, please. First of all, thank you. Yep, we're on open seat. So this is going to give you 30. So how much does it cost per month? 33. How much did it cost me just to join? 30. Finished product? What is it? Y equals. Or you could do C equals. Let's do C equals. Your cost is $33 a month plus a $30 join fee. You got it? And then, now that you have that equation, it's totally fair game for me to say, hey, my goal is for 1 year, I am going to go to this gym, and I'm going to eat healthy, and I'm going to work out. How much am I going to spend? So basically, if I said I want to go for 1 year, be careful. What do I have to do? I put what where?
12 in for M.
I put 12 in for M, right? So if I want to go for 1 year, that's going to be my M equals 12. What if I say I only have a $600 budget? I'll stop going to the gym when my money runs out. How many months can I go for? Where do I put 600? Yeah, if I only have $600 to spend, then my C is 600. Are you on board with me? So The application part of it is figure out which one of these it is. Is it easy, medium, or hard? Guess what? The hard is going to be really easy to identify because you're going to look at it and go, what? They didn't even give me anything. Okay? So let's take a look at what that example would look like. So there is like a BMX race park that you can go and do races on, right? So where you can do races. Okay? It costs a certain amount to be a member, and it costs a certain amount per race. You just don't happen to know what either one of those are. Okay? I know. So somebody comes to you and says, man, you're doing those races at the BMX park. I want to be a member. How much did it cost you to join? You go, I don't know. Oh, okay. How much per race is it? I don't know. You don't know anything. And then you walk up to the next person. And the other person doesn't know that information either. But they said, all I know is I did 5 races this year, and I've paid $125 to this park. Okay? And then the next person says, well, this year I did 8 races, and I've paid $170 total. Do you see how this is leading into this? All you have to do is figure out in your ordered pair, what did I say money is almost always? Your dependent. And if it's not time, then it's the number of things, right? So this is your number of races. So what can I gather from that itty-bitty pieces of information that was given to me? That 5 races cost $125, and that 8 races cost $170. And now you do it, right? Seriously, that is all you have to do. So you're going to set up your difference in your Y's. Whoops, that's supposed to be 5. And your difference in your races. It was a difference of $45 for 3 races. So you can use that information. If you're a smart kid and you're walking around, you want to join, but nobody's giving you any answers, you can use this information to go, all right, guys, I found out you've been paying $15 a race. But you still don't know how much it costs to join. But you will as soon as you do what? Pick a point and substitute it. This is actually really easy, isn't it? So now you know that your cost is going to be $15. I don't know why I put M because it's not per month, it's per race. So I'm going to use R instead. So far I know that my cost is $15 a race, but I just still don't know how much it costs to join. But I'm going to find out. I'm going to use the smallest value. I don't know why you wouldn't. So I'm going to put 125. I'm going to use this point, okay? So I'm going to put 125 here. I'm going to put 5 here. And then I'm going to solve for B, and I'll know how much I need to bring to sign up. So 125 equals 75. So not only now do you know how much it costs per race, $15, you know how much it costs to join. So what is my final product? The cookies are coming out of the oven. My cost is $15 per race and $50 to join. Thumbs up? Good? Okay? All right, awesome. So